clouds of mystery pouring, confusion on the ground. Good man through the ages, trying to find the sun. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain? I went down Virginia, seeking shelter from the storm. Caught up in the fable, I watched the tower grow. 5-year plans and new deals, wrapped in golden chains. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain? Heard the singers playing, how we cheered for more. The crowd had rushed together, just trying to stay warm. Still the rain kept pouring, falling in my ears. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain?
Hey, good morning, everybody. Thank you very
Good
much to the
morning.
Highway 533 band here for kicking in and helping us out a little bit on the show with, well, so you guys played last night and you're still up this early
Oh yeah,
playing on the show. I
it
guess
was
that's-
it was an early one. Done at
Oh,
10.
it was an early one.
Done at 10.
Okay, well,
Perfect.
Amanda, I'm going to bring her in right now. So, Amanda, you said that you love those early shows.
I
hey?
do. You
Yeah.
had a 11 o'clock end show on Thursday, and it was like, yes.
Yeah, the Thursday one had that was an early one, and that was the
Yeah.
prom in High River.
Yeah.
Right. So we did that one. Man, they party. So I kind of forgot that they party really hard for the first couple hours while they're there, and then they give away like the queen, the king and
Prom
queen,
king and
yeah.
queen, yeah.
And then after that, well, there's a house party somewhere where where people are not watching them.
They've
So
done their duty, put in their effort.
so then they're gone. That's it. They're done. So so they went and partied hard somewhere else. But they went hard while they were at well, we were over at what's the
Highwood Center?
Highwood Center, is that what it's called?
Nice.
So anyway, so like Spitzy Post, where Spitzy Post is, I believe.
The
And
bar,
so
yeah.
so they were not in the bar, of course. They had their own room there. And then they had like this spread, and I thought, oh man, look at the spread they've got. This is going to be awesome. They all came in, sat down at their tables after walking the red carpet and stuff. And then they get their plates, and then they go up to the buffet. And I went up to the buffet. It's cheese sticks and
It's like kid food. It was perfect.
it was
It
basically
was like
the buffet.
mac and cheese.
It was
and
the
chicken fingers.
It was the buffet that you see at 7-Eleven. Is that
Yeah.
that's what you see? So
It's perfect.
Kitten's
That's
joining us here
awesome.
on the show this morning. So
Hello, kitten.
so some people's perfect buffet, maybe not mine, but it was definitely their perfect buffet.
Yeah.
So they were enjoying that. So guess what else we're doing? We are going to be live on the radio station this morning. We started that last
Not
week.
going to be. We are live.
And we are live
Yeah.
on the radio station. See, we even have the
I
red
know, I
on-air
saw the
light on.
on air, and I
Yeah.
was like, ooh.
So not to make our guest today in the studio any more nervous that we've got a big red flashing on-air light. We should make it flash actually a little more. It just stays static. We should actually make it flash and maybe have some sort of siren or something like that goes off when it's on. Anyway, I also want to bring in, of course, somebody who's joining us from a little bit of a different location today. He's not out in a park. He's not in front of the community center. He's just kind of relaxing. It looks like in his house.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
No, barely, but we can hear you. Turn that thing up.
I don't know how. Is it?
I don't know how to work this technology. If I don't have a really fancy microphone in front of me, I don't know how to use it.
Hold on.
Alec is here right now, and he's going to try to figure out how to turn his microphone up so we can hear him. Because
how's that? Is that any better?
Oh, that's a little bit too
Yeah,
loud
yeah.
now.
It's too
Bring
loud.
that down. Bring that down just
All
a bit.
He's
Okay,
figured
there.
it all out now.
Okay, good. So Alec is going to help us because, of course, Alec. He usually hosts this thing called Connecting Claresholm. It seems that there's some rolling blackouts going on with internet today. So
it's interesting.
yeah.
I don't know why, but every Friday, our street has huge issues. It's not the house. It's not the modem. It turns out.
You sure it's not your wife cooking the popcorn in the microwave?
Nope.
Because we had that one situation, and Annalisa was cooking the popcorn in the microwave, and everything went down at your house. Are you sure she's not blowing everybody's internet across the street?
Pretty sure. Unfortunately, there does seem to be some consistent blackouts happening on Fridays. So we were up and down all afternoon yesterday as well. It was the internet would just quit for half an hour, and
so about 3 minutes before we go live on this show, we find out our internet, our Wi-Fi is down.
Is down.
Yeah.
Anything hardwired, we're good. But if we're Wi-Fi, it's down. So so that's why I was making the joke about rolling blackouts here in this area. Like we got Claresholm has Friday blackouts, Nanton has a Saturday blackouts.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm sure Stavely maybe tomorrow. So we'll see what happens here. But anyway, I want to say good morning to the people who are saying good morning to us. So let's make sure we bring them in. Catherine, who I found out recently is at the grain elevators. She's doing tours there, right?
She
Amanda?
is, yeah. She's the boss over there now.
She's the boss over there. So Catherine's tuning in here this morning saying good morning from the grain elevators. Cincinnati's here as well. Doug Cousin is here. So got a lot of family here today. That's good. Good morning from the number one highway, Saskatchewan. So Catherine says, yes. Nice to hear that Catherine's working in town here at the grain elevators. That's really cool. And Doug is a truck driver. So he's saying hi from the highway right now.
Yeah.
And we had a huge accident on the highway yesterday. Hey, we were going to
Okotoks. It was coming southbound.
Yeah.
A little bit of a backup for a while, I think.
There was, yeah. So, but that got taken care of course. And Spencer, what is going on here? Grain elevators are a fun tour. Hey, Spencer, thanks for joining us here this morning, buddy. We appreciate that. Now, we are going to get to birthdays, and we are going to get to some other things that we've got going on that we're going to announce. We've got Gregory Graves, who's in the studio today as well. And just to prove it, look at the screen there, Gregory, and smile. See, he's right there. I told you he's in the studio. So he's going to be joining us. I'm not going to put him on the spot to even lip sync happy birthdays this morning.
Nice.
Sometimes I put people on the spot to either sing or lip sync or play air guitar or something, dance or something like that. I think we're going to leave Gregory alone this morning for that. And we're going to make sure that we get the birthdays in before Vanessa. I've started to realize that maybe while your voice is already warm from singing at the beginning of the show, maybe you'd enjoy it more.
Started to realize this, we're in year 4.
Yeah, I know it took year 4. I realize that. And then we're going to get to a segment of what not to put down the sink. So let's get to the birthdays first. And I like Alec's face. and this is the other reason I want to do birthdays first, because Alec always seems to weasel his way out of singing birthdays.
Wait a second. Is this what not to put down the sink, a confessional that you're doing it live on air so you're not going to get into trouble? Or
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Okay.
Let's see who we got for birthdays today. So birthdays, we've got Lisa, we've got Finley, we've got Julia, Sabrina, Erica, Will, and Sandy. So we're going to end it on Sandy there. And Amanda, what do they get if they have their birthday sung on the show today?
Well, they can go into our friend and sponsor Fuse Bubble Tea and Balloons, which is also Anna Lynn's on 20th Street.
Main Street, right?
Main Street, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they can get a free bubble tea. So if they go down today, Chrissy has the list of all the birthday people, and you can get your free bubble tea. And they have a new cool, buy one, get one, or buy 10 get one free kind of stamp. So make sure you pop over, see what they've got. They've got some good food and lots of things going on, I think, on Main Street every weekend. So go check them out.
Cool. Okay. So we are going to get to singing some birthdays right now. So if anybody who's listening to the radio station knows any of these people, make sure you let them know. They can go get their bubble tea. So let's run down that one more time. Lisa Cohat's having a birthday. Finley Comstock, Julia Anderson, Sabrina Blake, Erica Henninger, Will Herbert. Oh, it's just Herbert. Nothing French and fancy. Okay. And Sandy Betts. So let's do a happy birthday to all these wonderful people here in our community. So take it away, Highway 533.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Lisa, Finley, Julia, Sabrina, Erica, Will, and Sandy. Happy birthday to you.
You lucky people. I think you got one of the best happy birthday songs we've done in a long time. So again, get down to Fused Bubble Tea and Balloons, which is also Anna Lynn's, and you can pick up your free bubble tea if you had your birthday sung on the show today only. So get down there. Okay. Now, should we get to the segment? And I think that we should bring Greg in for this one. So Gregory Graves, we're going to bring you in for the segment here. This segment is called What Not to Put Down the Sink. So Greg, you've got a little bit of experience with some construction and stuff like that, right? You run your own company, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So do you also have, like, I'm not saying that you're a plumber necessarily, but you have a little bit of knowledge about what you shouldn't be putting down pipes.
Yeah, I would say so.
You do?
Yeah,
okay,
to a certain degree.
Good. So at least we've got an expert on the show today that can help us out with this. So this morning, I find out that perhaps maybe I shouldn't have put this down the sink. I'm just going to run it past everybody here on the show and everybody on the radio station and see what you guys think. Okay. So Alec, just for people on the radio station, Alec is taking his hand over his entire face and just rubbing his face and going, "Oh my goodness, what have you done?" So I found that there was a glob of almost like Kraft dinner noodles in the sink, and they were kind of soft. And I thought, well, I just crush those and put those down the drain. Can't you see? Okay, so Jason is now he's agreeing with me. So Jason, you've done that before?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so and then
Those
Alec,
cheap
what do you
noodles
think?
Are like glue.
Were they cooked or
They were cooked. Yeah, they're cooked. Yeah.
do you have like a garbage disposal, like a garburator?
No, there's no garburator.
Oh, okay.
Other than the
Got it.
cats.
Yeah, no, terrible
Cats.
idea. Awful idea. I can see where this is going.
Okay, now let's go to our expert here, Greg. Greg, what do you say of yay or nay?
No, absolutely not.
Really, you can't put soft noodles down the drain?
One or two noodles would be fine, I would say. You know,
One or
the
two
leftovers,
noodles.
but like for a full bowl or a half a bowl.
Well,
no.
it came up because she was scared that the cats had eaten the noodles out of the sink.
Well,
right?
the noodles were in the sink because I was waiting for it to dry so I could just scoop them out and put them in the garbage.
That's
Right.
the way to go.
But somebody else took it upon himself to just jam them down the drain,
right.
which
So
I will now have to take some time to clear out those pipes so they all don't get mushed and bunched and
right.
yeah.
Now that brings us to the next part, because obviously you can hear the tone in her voice when the disdain she has for me when she talks about me stuffing these noodles down the drain. Let's talk about paper towel in the washing
is that
cycle.
where this is
So
going?
this is
Okay.
now
This
this right here. Okay, that's an entire bag.
That is not my fault.
No, that is an entire bag of paper towel. It's upside down. If you guys watch it, it's upside down, but that's okay. You can still get the idea.
The shelf where those are kept, the cats knock it down.
You don't know that for sure.
I didn't put it
You
in
don't
there.
know that for sure.
I didn't
So
put
well,
it
you
in
didn't
there.
you didn't check either. Now let's go back to our experts here for a second.
You're
Alec,
right, David. You should do laundry from now on. You win.
That's not what this is about. That wasn't the point of this conversation. So we just watched a video of her pulling an entire bag of paper towel out of the washing machine. Alec, what do you say?
Well, I think it's totally fine. I mean, Amanda and I talked about this the other day, and that paper towel is cleaner than it was when you bought it, right?
That's
In grocery stores, it might be dusty, So you've got the cleanest paper towel. Clearly it was absorbent,
Yeah.
right? And you probably saved on a bit of water usage. So I think it might be something you want to do at least once a week.
There's nothing wrong with just cleaning your paper towels every once in a while.
So today we get to prove who are actually Dave's friends and who are not. So let's go to our band now, Highway 533 band. Jason, let's start with you. What do you say?
No comment.
Okay.
Smart.
Vanessa, you've
amount of-
always got lots to say. Vanessa, what about
The
you?
amount of Kleenex and paper towels and guitar picks and screws
Guitar
and
picks.
coins that end up in our laundry.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably to blame for tissues, but I mean, candy wrappers.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah. Okay.
Car keys.
Okay.
Oh,
And
yeah. Yep, car keys. Did that.
and Gregory Graves, do you have?
Well, I would say it was a good idea that she left it wrapped in the plastic wrap, because otherwise it would have been a disaster.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
other than that, you don't complain or criticize. Otherwise, you just bought yourself another job.
Yeah.
Life lessons here on Good Morning Nanton Live.
We got some comments that are coming in here on social media. So what do we got? We got Catherine, who's just saying "OMG," ha ha ha, and she wants to know, was it full? The paper towel or the actual
The laundry?
the
I'm not
laundry
sure.
was full. I don't know.
Uh,
Ask the person who
I
does
don't
the
know.
laundry all the time. That's not me, and it's not going to be. So let's see. Dad says, as a past maintenance man, noodles is an absolute no-no. Okay, so still going back to the noodles. So I say also noodles are a no.
mm.
But paper towel is okay
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
wash. Yeah, hey, this
With the noodles, it's not like you're shoving the whole thing down. You're kind of
No,
breaking
you're
it
not.
up. It's going down one or two at a time. That's my logic on it.
my logic is nobody here other than myself knows what they're talking about. So let's just move on to the next one here. So anyway, I want to, of course, thank the band for doing our birthdays here. I'm going to throw you guys to the background, and we'll see you in just a little while. Enjoy the show while you're back there. Alec, why don't we get to you and this Connecting Claresholm thing that we do that for the last couple of weeks you haven't actually been able to join us. So
Not really. No, I join and then I get punted, and then I try to come back in, and then I get thrown back out.
that's right. But this is a big weekend for both Nanton and Claresholm. We got some Canada Day festivities coming up. So why don't we talk a little bit about Connecting Claresholm, what's going on there. And just let me promote that if you guys want to check out Alec getting punted from the show every week, then just tune in Fridays from 12 to 1 and you'll get to see his internet fail. So
Yeah.
what's going on this weekend in Claresholm there, Alec?
Well, I love the segment. I love that idea. How long can I stay in the show without getting thrown out by our internet provider?
Take bets. Let's start raising money and taking bets.
Right? You probably could raise money for Dave to hire a plumber to pull all the noodles out of his system. Canada Day obviously coming up on Monday, starts at 11 o'clock, flag raising. It's all happening pretty much in Centennial Park. There's a few new things going on this year, so come down and check it out. You know those giant inflatable beach balls you can get a whole person in? And then
Oh yes, of
Yeah,
course.
like those little like hamster wheel things.
Yeah.
Or hamster ball things.
and you guys know the Chevelles, the band?
Yeah, I'm
They're-
familiar with them. I haven't
they're-
seen them live.
They're awesome. So they were
Okay.
in Grantham or in Staveley about 2 years ago, and they blew me away. And so they're going to be playing, I think, 11:30 on Monday at the ACO stage here.
fun.
So they're a great band, like just a ton of fun. And there's lots going on for Canada Day. It's kind of sort of 11 to 3 on Monday, so the weather should hold. So come down and check it out. Now I do have one other thing for you, Dave, and I got a question for is it Greg? Can we go
Mhm.
back to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gregory. Yeah.
So I like your shirt. Are you a Stamps fan?
I didn't want to. Why did you have to?
Hold on, I'm going somewhere with this. It's all
What
going
are
to
you
make sense.
doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, his internet's about to fail. Oh,
Pun.
sorry. Like, where were you going with that?
Anyway, are you a Stamps fan?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Okay, so the Stampeders are playing the Blue Bombers today at 5.
Yep.
Last night, I went into Calgary to meet with a friend of mine who is the voice of the Blue Bombers on the radio in Winnipeg. And
Cool.
so we had dinner, and he does all their play-by-play. So Dave, you've done a ton of it for hockey,
Mhm.
my friend Derek showed me his sort of his folder system for all the players. It's nuts. Like he sits and watches it through the glass, and he has every player's name and date of birth and school they went to and height and weight and everything. So from a guy who's doing it at a professional level, it was just really neat to hear how the play-by-play guys for the CFL kind of operate and how they prepare. So in the middle of dinner, he had to run out to go and do a quick interview with the head coach of the Bombers for 2 minutes to get a soundbite and come back to dinner. So anyway, it was just I wasn't making fun of anybody. I just thought it was kind of neat. It was neat to see it from having watched Dave do hockey and then with my friend Derek talking about football. There's so much prep that goes into it. So
I love how the jokes, comedians do the same kind of thing. They detach themselves from the actual joke, where you detach yourself right now from making fun of my riders, because know that, it may not be you making fun of the riders. You just need to bring it up. And all of a sudden people online are going to start, just like the riders, third and always long, punt.
I didn't bring up the riders at all.
Go Stamps, go! Booyah! Yeah. No, you didn't. You didn't need to bring up the riders. That's my point. You did a really good job detaching yourself from the whole thing. So yeah. But you are completely responsible for it. So thank you very much. yeah. Alec,
well.
I love you, man.
You know what? You should never put down the sink? A Riders jersey. That's probably something we should talk about.
Well, you know what? Doug just said it's your drain. Put whatever you want down the sink. So we can
It's a co-drain, Doug. It's a co-drain.
No. I can put whatever I want down that drain, and it's not going to be a Riders jersey. That's for sure. Tracy popped on and was talking about the Chevelles, and they're amazing. So go see the Chevelles. So thanks, Tracy.
We should have had Tracy
well.
in our birthdays singings too. Tracy, happy birthday.
Oh, is it Tracy's?
It was her birthday.
Oh
yesterday.
My goodness. What, Tracy? It's your birthday and I didn't even notice, and it didn't say anything. I'm going to have to apologize today now. Okay. Maybe now we can have Gregory sing happy birthday just to Tracy all by himself. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Alec, for coming on and sharing this with us, and have a great Canada Day weekend, buddy.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Bye. Okay. So Gregory, you're in studio because you're in charge, or you're help organizing. I don't know exactly what your role is. You're part of this whole tournament that's called Cornhole. So if people don't know what Cornhole is, I think we should do this just to introduce them to what Cornhole is.
Welcome back to the American Singles Cornhole semifinals. Today, Trevor from Fresno, California is going up against Charlie from Manitowoc, Wisconsin. Ton, what can you tell us about these two fierce competitors?
Well, Dan, Trevor trained extensively at Alpha Sigma Phi. He's been known to sleep 3 hours a night on a pillow of Bang energy cans he crushed on his own forehead. You can see Trevor is already trying to get under his opponent's skin.
They should call you Wiscant Son, because you can't, son.
Let's just, have a good game of bags.
Bags? It's called Cornhole, milkman.
I'm actually an entrepreneur. Charlie is a bartender, fishing guide, and aspiring bowling alley repairman. And Trevor's trash talk could prove deadly for his Midwest nice demeanor.
And it looks like Charlie's actually attempting an insult. Let's listen in.
Happy cows don't come from California. In fact, I don't think anybody happy comes from California. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. Not as a personal insult.
Charlie's not only incapable of making an insult, but he also apologizes immediately after.
You first, cheese curd.
Oh, yeah.
He must be Canadian.
Are you bored, Ton? Because that bag is. Honest to Pete. I'm sorry for cursing. Sorry about that.
Who's Pete?
And wow, Trevor just put 2 sacks in the cornhole. Ton, he is taking a commanding lead.
Woo! Corn down hole like vodka Red Bull. Because vodka's made from corn.
It's a whiskey that's made of corn.
Mom, please stay in the rental. We pay good money for AC. Love you. Complete it back. There it is. They call me Monopoly because I got bags.
Trevor is taking an early lead here. We'll see how Charlie responds. I gotta be honest, Dan, it's not looking good.
No, it is not. That was a solid toss.
Why do you talk like a cop?
Celery actually keeps you regular. And it's great for hangovers.
Really? And I'm pretty hungover.
You know what? I'm going to make you a bloody. I'll be right back. Ton, it appears that Charlie is doubling down on the Midwest
Bloody Mary. That's the U.S. version of Bloody Mary, right?
The terrible version.
We've got, the terrible version.
Yeah.
We've got the Caesar here.
Oh, darn, it ended. Okay.
Yeah, there was more stuff there, but
I deemed it inappropriate.
The president of the station said, no, you cannot play the end of that, by the way. But I think that everybody now, for those of you that are tuned in on the radio station and not able to see what was happening there, we can explain the cornhole, but that's not really the most important part about the cornhole tournament. I think what you heard really, like, trying to get down to smack talk or trash talk, that is probably the most important part. But we have Gregory here, the professional, of course, in this topic, who can tell us the most important part of this cornhole tournament. What is the most important part of this cornhole tournament?
Well,
Gregory Graves.
I think the Smash Talk is going to be a lot of fun. That's for sure.
Okay.
I can't say that I'm a professional cornhole player. That's for sure. I used to call it, I think, beanbag toss is my professional approach to what it is.
Yeah.
But they had the beanbags at one time and they didn't know what to do with them. And then that's how they came up with cornhole, isn't it?
I think it originates. The Americans do everything big and better.
Yeah.
Right? So you sort of look at what they do when you step into like, let's do a fundraiser. What are we going to do? Oh, what about cornhole? I'm like, cornhole? What is that? They're like, no, beanbag. I'm like, oh, okay. And then you start to look into it and you're like, holy smokes.
This is a huge thing.
It is. It's big across Alberta as well. And definitely down in the States, right? Like you say, they always do everything bigger and better with the size of population they have. So
yeah. And I'm going to smack talk everybody bigger and better here. So
it'll be fun.
But in all seriousness, though, the most important part of the whole tournament is raising money. So what exactly are you guys putting this on for? What are you raising money for? Just give everybody an idea of what's going on here.
Okay. So the Nanton School Enhancement Committee is a committee that was put together a couple months ago, really like 6 or 7 months ago, in order to raise funds for AB Daly and JT Foster, because they're getting a new AB Daly elementary school. And then JT Foster is going to be transitioning into the AB Daly school that we have. And it's going to be completely renovated to host junior and senior high school kids, right? So with that, obviously, there's a little bit of stuff that happens within the government. So we want to make sure that we maintain the facilities that we have with the size of library and the auditorium at AB Daly. So with the new build of the AB Daly school, those would be downsized drastically. So we're raising funds to make sure that size doesn't get, diminished too much. So
I see. Okay.
So we're going to make sure we maintain our auditorium, which wouldn't have been there before, and also keep the library to a size that's, where we can host more books, because it's important for kids to learn to read, and the only way to read is to look at books, right? So
now you're officially part of the Community and Athletic Society. Is that correct?
Yeah. I'm a member of the Nanton Community Athletic Society as well.
Okay.
So we are partnering with the Nanton School Enhancement Committee to do this project.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a partnership between your society and their fundraising efforts for the school.
For this particular fundraiser, the Cornhole tournament, right?
Right,
But obviously we'll be involved with as much as we can on either side, right? Just as all the other community groups will help us out with the Nanton School Enhancement Committee.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And so are you actually in the tournament yourself? Are you going to be participating?
No, but I've got family members. I'm going to try to host, right? There's lots of moving parts when you've got, we're going to have probably over 100 people that are going to be there participating.
That was going to be my next question.
That's
So you're
awesome.
answering these questions for me. So I was going to ask, like, what kind of participation do you guys have that you expect?
Yeah. So far we've got signed up, which is an amazing thing. We've got over 30 adult teams signed up. We've got 16 junior teams signed up. And then I would assume that we're probably going to get a lot of people signing up the day of, because that's just kind of how things fly, right? It's what am I going to do today? Yeah, let's just go do this. It'll be fun. The day is nice. The weather looks good. Or if it doesn't, we've got secondary site that we can move things so that we don't have to get wet if it does rain, right? So
Now, Amanda, on a personal note here, do you remember, I think it was in Detroit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So we were in Detroit, and Detroit,
I would have thought about that before. I would have queued that video up.
That was the strangest thing, because I don't know what what everybody thinks of when they think of Detroit, but I guess I kind of thought of Detroit, if you want to, like, almost
Stereotype
dingy, dungy, like Edmonton,
gritty,
Edmonton, kind of like that,
kind of,
right? Where it was really gray and dark, and we went there, and there were green.
It was gorgeous. They have parks all over downtown.
Parks everywhere.
There's like on their harbor front. They have this big like community area where there was like everywhere was cornhole.
Yeah,
kind of. And
I got
to
like a cornhole,
giant tic-tac-toe and cornhole, and like nobody would be there.
Yeah.
It was empty.
Well, the Sunday, I think we got there on the Sunday, right? And it was pretty empty on the Sunday.
Yeah.
But then when we went downtown, right, it was pretty full
and
downtown.
Somebody started playing cornhole with you.
That's
you guys,
right.
Yeah.
I was just tossing. Some stranger came up and said, "Come on, let's play." So I had a little play cornhole, and I didn't realize though at the time that I was really training for this tournament that's happening tomorrow. So that's where people got to watch out, because I got some good training in while I was in the US. Well, that's really, really cool. Now, what else do you guys do as a society? I want to get a little bit more information from you on what exactly you guys are doing around town here.
Well, which society you want to talk about exactly?
How many are you a part of? Like, you're a part of a lot of stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a part of 4 different groups, I guess now you can say.
Yeah. So why don't we talk about the Nanton Community and Athletic Society first?
Okay. So our mandate, we came in order to help an individual athlete perform in the Olympics to buy a bobsled. That's how it was formed, right?
Wow.
So then once she was actually able to participate in the Olympics, she donated the funds of the sale of her bobsled back to our group, right? So from that, we've got one side of the group, like we've got community and athletic. So community is we help out anywhere within the community with anything that's needed, right? Whether it's sports groups or the handy bus or Silver Willow Lodge, any of those types of things, right? And then there's also the athletic side where we try to focus on athletes that excel in sport and that need that extra help to get to the next level, right? Whether it's an extra camp or, they're going and they're competing in something that's national or provincial or something along those lines, right? So we can give a little bit of money to that because it's one of those ones that they do get overlooked because a lot of, when you're dealing with, say, AGLC money or anything like that, you can't give to individuals. You can only give to groups. So those athletes that do really perform at a high level, there's a lot of money that goes into that kind of stuff. So we try to help out a little bit. It's minor, but it helps a little. Yeah.
So I didn't realize that there was so you guys had money to be able to help me train for this cornhole tournament.
Yes,
I didn't realize that.
You could have applied.
I could have applied.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I could claim as a group. I'm the size of a group.
There you go.
So I could be, okay, let's go to the next one. What other groups are you a part of that we want to talk about?
Well, I'd say the most prevalent one is obviously the Nanton School Enhancement Committee. And that's kind of what we're here to talk about anyways. But
what is your role on that one?
So I'm the chair of that group.
Okay.
Yeah.
So other than this particular tournament that's raising money, you guys have done some other stuff to raise money, haven't you?
Not as of yet. Like I said, we've only been established 6 months ago when we realized that in order for us to raise funds for the schools, we had to put a proposal to the LRSD. And we did that within a couple weeks. And then we had a meeting with the town of Nanton, with LRSD, which is Livingston Range School Division. We talked to the MLA as well, just to make sure that we could get their approval to say that we have the capacity to raise the funds to do it's really going to be 100 square meters is what we're trying to fundraise for.
Okay.
To make that library and auditorium bigger. Right. So we haven't done anything as of yet. So this is really our first kickoff to, a couple years of really hardcore fundraising for the community and for the schools, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's good to know, because I was like, we haven't really covered anything else that you guys are doing to fundraise, but I thought you had done some fundraising. So good to know. So anything that does come up in the future, we want to be there with you.
Yeah.
Well, we want to be there to help you.
The next big one we want to do is kind of a big gala. So a big dinner and event with a live band, live auction, silent auction,
nice.
Lots of fun, and make, some really large amounts of money.
Yeah.
So
contributions. Absolutely.
Other than the promotion and stuff on the radio station, on the show here, that we're trying to get out there so everybody knows what's going on and can keep up to date on, what you guys, where you guys are at. I also want to promote that for instance, for the gala. I'm growing my beard long enough that I know I can play Santa Claus. I'm a big enough guy. I can play Santa Claus. It doesn't matter if your gala is in June. I can still play Santa Claus. So if you want to hire me for a Santa Claus, people can tell me what they want for Christmas or their birthday, and we can make some money that way too. So I'll be your Santa Claus. Okay.
Well, tentatively, and this is very tentative, but we were thinking that we were going to do it kind of the 1st of November, but it would be a Halloween based party. So you could dress up like Santa for Halloween.
Dress up for Santa Claus.
People can ask for gifts.
It all works out. It all works out, and it would make me very happy. Thank you very much. That's absolutely amazing. Well, so is there anything else? Like, the weather is going to be a very important factor here, but have you guys got some sort of contingency plan in case the weather kind of goes sour?
Yeah, we do. So we're obviously going to set up at Diamond 3, right beside the Bomber, right north of the Bomber.
Okay.
First thing in the morning, and hopefully the weather stays, because I think it'd be great to be outside to do this, right? Because we do have a DJ that's going to be there, hosted by the Leos. We've got catering that's going to come in by JRR
Barbecue.
R.
Yeah.
Thank you.
JRRR.
Yeah, maybe missed an R on that one.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
R.
R's. Yeah. Okay.
And then a beer gardens as well, right? And then a concession for pops and chips and stuff like that. So
Now, do you need a Santa Claus?
absolutely. You can never
Always.
say no to Santa Claus. Like, let's be real here. What are we doing?
Santa Claus.
He needs to get out in the summer too. You know, the
That's right,
winter's
exactly.
slow and depressing.
I need a Santa Claus for this.
Yeah. So if the weather does turn sideways, we've got the rink booked. So we'll move everything
Nice.
over to the Tom Horniker and we'll do it within there. And we've got all the same amenities will be in there: the beer gardens, the food, the cornhole.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's amazing. Amanda, do you have any questions, or what do you think? We cover everything? Gregory?
What time is it start? Registration's at 9:00 tomorrow. If
Yeah.
you haven't registered yet, you can come down. If you have registered, you should still be there, or what's the
Yeah, so registration, we can still register on Facebook. There's a QR code there. Now, you may have tried to register last night and it didn't work. That's because we didn't know we had to have like a membership for it. So it was canceled after 2 weeks. So if you need to go back on there, you can go to the QR code now and it will work.
Okay.
So it would be great if you could pre-register, but if you don't and just want to show up, you can register between 9 and 10, and it's supposed to kick off at about 10 o'clock. So
Perfect.
like I said,
Okay.
it's going to be busy. There's we're going to have probably over 16 cornhole sets set up. We've got over 30 adult teams that are playing. We've got over 16 kids teams playing. So it's going to be chaotic.
Yeah.
So, and we're going to have the whole baseball diamond is licensed, so we can walk around and you can have your beer beside your cornhole table
Oh, nice.
and throw
Breakfast
and
beers.
all the rest of it. And you know, it should make the smack talk a little more lively. So
Now, I want to tell you something, and I want everybody to know this. We as a family canceled our dinner tomorrow with our family in Calgary,
We did.
just so that we could be part
nice.
of this.
We didn't know
cornhole
how
tournament.
long this was going to go, and I just
Yes.
thought, let's just leave the whole day open for
Yeah.
cornhole and
That's
whatever
right.
might happen.
Yeah.
So
Mom was calling and said, "Are you going to come over and celebrate my
Yeah.
birthday?" And we went, "Well, we got cornhole. I don't know if we'll be able to make it." So
well, and that's it too. Like, it is a public event, so anybody can come. Right. So if your whole family wants to come from Calgary and watch you attempt cornhole, you know, that's
attempt
great.
cornhole is a smack talk. Smack
attempt
talk is
cornhole.
It
It
has
has
started.
already. That's awesome. Good one, Gregory. Hey, we're right beside each other. I'm going to pound you on that one here. Let's get a good one in there. Okay. Well, that is awesome. Is there anything we haven't touched on yet that we need to cover? People need to know about.
I would just so there's many sponsors as well, Lane sponsors. I know
Actually,
Euro Productions, Entertainment Services, we sponsored Lane. We're going to be participants in the cornhole. But how many sponsors did you guys get? There seems like a lot.
Good. Well, I'm glad you said that because the paper's right in front of
Yeah.
me, but I'm nervous in front of a camera, so I was going to completely forget about this. So, well, if you don't mind, maybe what I'll do is I'll take 1 minute of everyone's time and just kind of list off the businesses
Absolutely.
that have helped
Please
Do
us
it.
here. So
Who's helped out?
we've got lots. We've got Lively Realty, Because I Said So, Welsh Excavating, Nelson Trucking, Rook Rescue, Curtis Patton Real Estate, Cindy Paneo Remax Complete Realty, Burger Land and Cattle, The Hive, Watershed Exteriors, Gravity Ag Services, Georgie's Cafe, Made in Nanton, Taptown Books, Nanton Golf Course, Shotgun Wedding, Mosquito Creek Law, Twin Valley Farms, Canada Developments, Euro Productions, JW Outfitters, Burger Farm Ventures, Hooga Homes and Interiors, Nanton Liquor Store, Hewstead Farms, Changing Season Bed and Breakfast, The Royal Réseau, I think that's how you say it, Nanton Insurance, CIBC.
He turned the page.
I turned the page.
Okay, let's do this.
Nanton UFA, Willow Creek Studio and Boutique, Techno Metal Post. And then we've got Mulligans from the golf course, the promoters, the town of Nanton, Bueller Beef, Speargrass Golf Course, Nanton Bomber Museum, Sports Zec, Nanton Water, DMT General Mercantile, High River Brewing Company, Tractorland, Mountaintop Foods, Colleen Penner and Hale Insurance, and Cassie and Lori Gordon. And also I know Jen Hanley and Simon, they were from Remax as well. They were just emailed and said they wanted to donate as well. So
That's amazing.
it's huge.
What
It's
a
over.
list.
There's probably over 40 people in that list. Or companies.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, that is incredible.
Way to go, Nanton.
Way to go. Wow. You know what? Applause for you guys. Honest to God. Wow. Okay. Good job, Nanton, for stepping up and helping out with this. What an important initiative this is. So, well, thank you very much, Greg, for coming in and having some fun with us on that. And yeah, the sponsors are extremely important. So thanks, Amanda. for thinking of that.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
So why don't we let you go here? We got some other stuff we got to get to, but thank you very much for coming into the studio and sharing that with us.
Yeah.
And well, good luck with everything tomorrow, and I'll see you there for some more Smack Talk, right?
Yeah, you betcha. Thanks.
Okay.
Hope to see everyone there.
Have a great day and a good Canada Day weekend, I guess.
Yeah. Have a good
Okay. So we are going to get to another guest in a second here, but before we do that, we just want to promote something else that's going to be coming up on the radio station, actually. Amanda, are you pretty excited about this, or are you pretty nervous?
I'm a little nervous, but also excited.
Yeah? So what part do you think makes you nervous? Getting the content? Because it's almost every single day. It's a lot. It's big.
But we're going to do it.
We're going to do it. So currently on the radio station, every 7 to 9 in the morning, every weekday, well, actually, including Saturdays, we have this show called The John and Heidi Show. And it's kind of acted as our morning show to entertain people in the morning from 7 to 9. Well, we decided that our morning show needs to be a little bit more reflective of our local community. So we decided that we are going to put together the morning show. And instead of it going for 2 hours in the morning, we thought we'd stretch it to 3 hours.
Good morning.
It's time to start the show.
So put a smile on your face.
And let's start the day off right.
It's time for
Up and At 'em
with Em and Davo.
There you go. Did you like that?
Yeah, it's cute.
For those of you who are not able to see this on our we got Tracy in here. Good morning, Ned. Can't wait to tune in. Local content matters. Absolutely. You know what? That's actually very important. That's why we wanted to do this. John and Heidi Show, they're a syndicated show. They don't know our community. We can still play them. They've got some good, entertaining stuff on there, and we can put them in the afternoon. We'll call it the drive show,
Yeah.
the 30-second drive across Nanton going from work to home. So people can tune into it in the afternoon. But we thought that it'd be really important in the morning when people are getting ready to go to work that they tune into something that's going to be more local. And the one thing that I'm really, really excited about is we actually have contributions coming from really important organizations in Nanton, which include the golf course. So now they're going to be doing a golf report. All right, Amanda?
Yeah.
So-
No, it's really exciting.
So we got Dave Mitchell, who's going to be doing radio now, and he's going to be supplying a golf report so that everybody knows what the course looks like, what the weather is going to be looking like, and the course conditions and things that are going on at the Nanton Golf Course. So we've got that's going to happen every weekday morning as well. Looks like Cincinnati piped in. It goes, oh my God, that is great. So if you missed it, let's play it one more time just for fun here.
Good morning.
It's time to start the show.
So put a smile on your face.
And let's start the day off right.
It's time for
Up and At 'em
with Em and Davo.
Okay. Well, we get to hear that every weekday morning now. So, and then, Jason wants to do the traffic reports. So he said, are we going to hear traffic reports? Well, yes,
Sure.
Jason, as long as you provide those traffic reports.
Well, I could sit out in the porch in the front and just watch what's going down Highway
That's right.
533.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Update us on.
Oh, there's a truck.
Yep, that's right. So we
Heavy congestion.
absolutely.
You should have a segment of what not to put down the drain. And what to check. what
I'm
to look
sure
for
that's
in
gonna
your
come up.
pockets.
That will come up. That will come up on the show. Yeah, what not to put down the drain. So I want to get more. I know that we've got Deja Vu who's going to be contributing to this. We've got some other organizations that are going to be contributing little segments to the morning show. And so hopefully we will, in all seriousness, Jason, hopefully we will get, kind of a traffic report. I know we've got Facebook that gives us an update on what's going on with the weather conditions and the roads and stuff like that, going into Calgary or going the other way, south or north, whatever way you're going. So, so we hope to, maybe get something like that going on that morning show as well, so that everybody can get their morning started right. So, and it's going to be a lot of music as well. Don't worry, it's not just us talking for 3 hours. That would be insane.
That'd be awful.
It's going to be mostly music, and then we'll cut in and we'll just kind of entertain people with some updates about Nanton. That's really all it's going to be. I don't want to scare people away from this either. So, anyway, so that's what's going to be happening. Now, some other things that are going to be happening around town here. Do we want to talk about the fact that the directory is now officially done? It's going to be in for printing on Monday.
Yeah.
Monday, it's going in for printing. So, of course, we had the directory last year was the business mini directory, and it was a big hit. We had 1,000 copies that we had printed last year, and we've got another 1,000 copies that we're printing for 2024. So what's your most exciting part about the directory there, Amanda?
That it's done.
That it's done. That's the most exciting part for you.
It's a lot of work, and you know, you take the brunt of it. We were really lucky. We got lots more advertising, so we had to shuffle some pages around, and businesses just kind of popping up and all that stuff. So
it can blow your mind trying to get the pages to line up properly on the right sides and everything.
But
so
yeah, I'm really excited. We have a new some new features in it, and some new businesses advertising. So I think it'll be great, and we'll have it distributed amongst all the places in Nanton, so you can pick them up for free.
Yeah, and we just had somebody comment, Tracy, who said that she's celebrating birthday week this week. So said it's birthday week, which is good. You deserve it, Tracy. She's also going to be our Les Nessman helicopter update from WKRP. So she is now volunteered to do our weather along with Jason. So Jason can be on the ground.
Yeah,
and Tracy will be in the air in the helicopter, so we will get that going for our morning show as well. The thing that actually I'm most excited about for the directory are a couple things. We've got a really interesting crossword puzzle. So the crossword puzzle, we even put it out to the Nanton Community Broadcasting Association board, and they had a hard time with it.
Yeah,
so,
you have to think like Dave when you're doing it. just a tip for everyone. Just a hint.
Think like me.
Think like Dave.
So what we're going to do is we're actually going to, every week on Good Morning Nanton Live, we are going to help with the crossword puzzle. We are going to give a little extra hint for one of the either the down or across crossword words, I guess. Now, the other thing that's really exciting is this. We have Carlos. So Carlos, our peace officer, it's coloring Carlos' page. That's what it is. So we can color Carlos, and his car is right behind him as well. So, this is so cool. I can't believe we've got Carlos in there. So Carlos and his big smile. Hey, I'm the peace officer. Hey, color me. So yeah, for the kids of all ages, they can color Carlos, and that's what I love about it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, we also have bingo that's happening tomorrow. So that bingo is going to be happening from 12:30 to about 1:15. It's usually about 45 minutes to an hour. So that's going to be at Raymond's Restaurant. So make sure you get out for bingo because it happens on the last Sunday of every month, 12:30 to 1:30. It's free to play, all ages welcome, and we got prizes that we're going to be giving away. So make sure you join us at breakfast brunch bingo. Maybe perhaps that's when you're taking a little bit of a break from the cornhole tournament. You can go and get some sustenance and get something to eat or something to get ready for the next round of cornhole. So, and then we usually have, of course, our sponsor, Wagon Wheel Pub, Nanton's Good Time Feel Good Place, and we're going to have our karaoke coming up. It's going to be coming up this week, actually.
Yeah,
this next
Tuesday.
Saturday. So is that's the second, right?
Yeah.
So so July 2nd is the next one. That's going to be coming up here really quick. So come out and enjoy some karaoke fun at Wagon Wheel Pub. Okay, guys, I'm going to throw you back to the background because we got one more guest here we got to talk to, and we'll get right back to you with the end of the show. So I want to bring in our final guest for the show today. Want to welcome him. I'm meeting him for the very first time, I believe. I'll see if I recognize him, and we'd like to welcome to the show Gregory Graves. This is Gregory Graves. Welcome to the show.
Should have had him bring two hats.
Yeah. That's right. So Gregory Graves, nice to meet you. I understand that you work for Lively Realty. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah. Wow, that's interesting.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Gregory Graves on Lively Realty. So what? Yeah. This is a new venture for you because now, my understanding, we just talked about at the beginning of the show that you also do some construction work too. Now, are you still doing the construction work?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is not replacing, this is just supplementing. And
who doesn't have a side hustle here in Nanton?
That's right.
Honestly.
That's right.
So you're doing the same as everybody else in Nanton, taking on 16 jobs. So now you're a realtor too. So tell us about that. How did that start? Where did it start? How, why, and where is it now?
Well, it's definitely at its infant stage. but I've been in construction for like 20 years doing residential construction. So it's always been one of those things that I've loved is to be in homes and to help people out, to make them envision where they want to be, what they want to get, and how they want to make their house their home. Right. So this is, I think, is a natural transition for me as I age, because, construction's physical. So I'm hoping that I can use a little more of my brains and a little less of my bronze to help people and get to the point where I can get them to help obviously envision where they want to go and how to get there. Right.
Fantastic.
So, wow.
Yeah.
So just being in construction is kind of where that motivation or inspiration came from.
No, for sure.
To get into the realty business and the realty game.
Yeah, I'd say it's a family thing too. It's like, when you were a kid and your dad would take you driving. I don't know if everybody has this, but my dad loved to go look at houses, right? Oh. So it was always one of those things where you go into a new neighborhood and you just drive around and look, right? So I know that's only just part of the job, but it's one of those things that you kind of remember and you're, nostalgic, I guess. Yeah.
So let me ask you then, now with the realty hat on, is there something that stands out in all your years of doing construction that you would take into realty when you're talking to a new client to say, this is what I think you should really be looking at? This is what's really important when you're looking at buying a house. What have you got, like a secret weapon there? Anything you can think of?
Well, that's a tough one because it's so broad, right? Like everyone has their own talents and characteristics as to what they want in a home. Mm-hmm. So for me, being in renovations, I can see every home that has potential, right? Okay. So whether it's a house that's 1904 or whether it's a house that's brand new, there's always going to be a few issues here or there that have to be dealt with, right? Mm-hmm. And or just changed to fit your family and your lifestyle. So I think that what I could give to people is just a positive attitude that, with every home, you can make it a house that's for you, right? You can make it really comfortable for you, and not to be too overwhelmed with the construction process, but also know what those costs are, right? Because to say you want to buy a 1904 house or something along those lines, a little bit older, it comes at a cost at the end of the day. It may be cheaper in value today, but to renovate is expensive, and you have to know how to do that as well, and the bylaws and all the rules around it, right? So
what is Amanda, what is the year of our house again? It's around
ours is 1905, but we were lucky that ours was renovated before we even got close to it, because it's a big deal.
Recently renovated.
In the last 10 years probably. So all new windows and piping and all that stuff. Electrical. The
upgraded.
Floors are still original, which I love, but there's parts of it that's definitely you can open up, I'm sure, a big can of worms when you start peeling things away on those older houses, sure. Right? Yeah.
So isn't the answer to that kind of the same as a car? When you hear something, starting to make some weird noise, don't you just turn up the radio a little louder and then it goes away?
Well,
isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Flush it down the drain, I guess.
Flush it down the drain.
Whichever way you want to deal with it.
Shove it down there.
Yeah. Don't look away for too long, I guess. Is the question.
That's awesome. So Gregory, you didn't realize that you and I are very, very similar in our mindset. And I'm actually being serious about this. So as I was getting older, being a DJ, that's a very physical job too, depending on how big that show is that you're putting on. And as I grew older and I was working nightclubs when I was younger, I thought, I'm not going to be doing this. I'm not going to be able to do this until, I'm 65 years old. So I had to start finding some other routes to go that in the same industry that I love so much, which is entertainment, music. So I started getting into broadcasting. Because broadcasting, of course, you can tell we're sitting here in the studio. This is not quite as physical as going out and setting up all the lighting and the audio and standing there for 6 hours doing a show. So it's exactly the same mindset that you have that I had as well as I was getting a little bit older and going, what am I going to do? But I wanted to stay in that same, maybe partly because that's the industry I knew, right? If you know that, why not take that knowledge and apply it to something else that is maybe less taxing on the body, but you can use your mind more and you can still apply what you know to that industry. So I applaud you in that mindset. Yeah, I think that's great. Good to know. I didn't know we were best friends, but now I know. So that's awesome.
Perfect.
But thank you for everything that you do in town, man. Like, I'm learning more and more about you, and you're involved in so much stuff, and you are one of those guys, those cogs in this Nanton wheel that make this town go. So Good on you, buddy.
Well, thank you. I
Good on you.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
No,
I
thank
really,
you.
really appreciate people like you who make things go in this town. So, well, thank you very much for sharing that. And we are going to let you go for sure now.
Okay,
so
thank you
now
for
we're going to let you go. Thanks for
Appreciate it.
sticking around for that as well. And we'll talk to you another time, and we'll see you tomorrow at the Cornhole tournament.
Okay, thanks for your time.
Okay, guys, I think we are at the end of the show here. Is there anything, Amanda, that we haven't touched on that we need to touch on before we let everybody go? You've got a kitten in your arms.
Yeah, I was just going to say too, in terms of what's happening this weekend. I know it's Canada Day. The Cornhole tournament is happening tomorrow, but also Nanton Night Rodeo starts on July 1st, I believe.
That's right.
Yeah, July 1st. Oh my gosh, we're already in July.
Yeah.
So
you can
make
hear
sure-
that. So at the top of the hour on the radio station, you can check out all the news and updates for any events that are happening around town.
That's right.
So that is on there.
And in preparation of the Nanton Days weekend, which is the August long weekend, make sure you keep in your calendar a list of the things that are going to happen, which includes what, Dave?
Oh, the dance.
That's right.
Yeah, our dance. Yes. Okay. Well, we've got our dance that's going to be happening. So that's on the fourth.
The Sunday.
Okay, Sunday the 4th.
So you'll come to the dance and then you'll go to the fireworks.
You know, I swear we actually have something up here.
Yeah.
I did, yeah. So we can put it up next week. But yes, we got a month to promote that. We got the dances coming up completely free. 6:30 to 8:30 is the usual time for our dance. So come on out. It's supporting the Nanton Community Broadcasting Association, and all the funds that we make from the advertising on the station. This is what those funds are going to support our community, the kids, having a dance. It pays for everything as far as our concession items and stuff. Euro Productions just donates the services to be able to put on the music and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, come on out to the dance on the 4th of August. It's going to be on the Sunday from 6:30 to 8:30. So that's true. We need to promote that as well.
Mark it in your calendar.
Yeah, mark it in your calendar. Okay, guys, I think we're going to wrap things up here. But thanks to everybody who came on. Thanks to Alec. Thanks to Gregory. Everybody who commented. Happy birthday to all those people. Make sure you get down and get your free bubble tea. And especially a thank you to our very dedicated and loyal Highway 533 band, who are back again to take us out on the show. So thanks, everybody. Have a great Canada Day long weekend, and we'll see you next week on Good Morning Nanton Live. Take it away, guys.
Somewhere deep inside, something's got a hold on you, and it's pushing me aside. See it stretch on forever. I know I'm right the first time in my life. That's why I tell you, you better be home soon. Stripping back the coats of lies and deceptions, back to nothingness, like a week in the desert. I know I'm right for the first time in my life. That's why I tell you, you better be home soon. Don't say no, don't say nothing's wrong. 'Cause when you get back home, baby, I'll be gone. Lights go down, you've had your fill, there's nothing left. It would cause me pain if we were to end it. But I could start again, you can depend on it. I know I'm right first time in my life. That's why I tell you, you better be home That's why I tell you, you'd better be home soon.
Bob Barker reminding you, help control the pet population. Have your pet spayed or neutered. Goodbye, everybody. Bob Barker.